Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We are live recording, not live on any platforms, but got Eddie Blackburn and Anthony Hamilton on coming on talking about the UFC or WFC fights. Former UFC vet Anthony Hamilton. Appreciate you guys coming on.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Absolutely. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
All right. My name is Anthony the Freight Train Hamilton. Been fighting for a very, very long time, all over the world. I've had the privilege of being at the very highest level against some of the best fighters on the planet. Now I've brought my talents to the WFC, so excited to compete out there. Did one event back in May, had a successful outing, was able to get a TKO against a very tough veteran. So I'm looking to continue to do that this October, beat somebody else up and keep things rolling.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I was actually there at that event. It was a great fight, and it's been a while since you fought before that. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was about a year and a half or something like that. I don't know. Year, something like that. So
not that long.
I'm getting
when you
old,
have
man.
A lot of experience.
Yeah. It's like riding a bike. I've been doing this a long time. I think I've had like almost 40 fights. So, yeah, pretty easy to get to flip that switch and get out there and handle business.
You surely did that. What's up, Eddie? You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Well, my name's Eddie Blackburn, and I'm a former professional fighter as well. Not at that level as the Freight Train, though, but much respect to that, man. And right now, I'm the matchmaker, promoter / whatever you want to call it for the WFC, and we're trying to put on the best fights possible. And guys like Anthony on the cards makes it easy for me. I mean, those guys, it's the highest level you can possibly get, bro. And we're doing big things, and we're going to continue doing big things because of these guys.
Most definitely. I'm actually really excited to come see this one. Well, you already know, like you kind of, I'll let you talk about the weigh-in night or whatever, but I'll be there. Really looking forward to it. I know Anthony's a beast. You've been training out here in the Pacific Northwest for your entire career or for just majority of it?
Pacific Northwest is home, so I've always had some learning happening here. Jackson, which was the home of Jackson Wink fight team. So I was there with like John Jones, Alistair Overeem, Frank Mir a little while. Lots of guys. So been doing this and been here all the world some time during tour in Las Vegas. Did several camps there, but now fully here in Washington. Back home, I have family, kids, things like that. So I need to be around a little bit more. So I'm doing all of my training right now with ring, saddle boxing, to do kind of big. Yeah, it's been going well so far. Great, some good training partners, so good place to be at in this point of my career.
Awesome, man. So you're breaking up there a little bit, maybe with could you just say the current name of your team one more time so we make sure we get it on video?
Ring Demon MMA.
Ring Demon. Yes. Okay. Perfect.
He trains with Eric Dahlberg. Everybody knows Eric Dahlberg.
Oh yeah.
And there's that night. There's also a few of his amateur fighters that belong to that gym. They'll be fighting for titles on that show on this October 25th card. So before we get any farther, let's talk about that. October 25th, Emerald Queen Casino. Another WFC show is going to be there. If you guys were at the last one, if you weren't there, you missed out. So make sure you're at this one.
For sure.
Anthony will be the co-main event this time. And we're very excited to announce that Freight Train will be the co-main event. Matter of fact, let's cheers to that. Cheers to co-main event.
Cheers, guys.
I'll take it.
Well, I'm excited for it because so this will be the second or the third WFC event that I went to. I went to the one in May, and then I also attended the one, I can't remember the exact date, but the ALNA Casino down in I think it's
June
Ridgefield.
28th.
Yep, June 28th. Yep. Thank you for that. I know you had me out.
Were the fights good, Zach?
Fights were amazing.
Thank you,
and
brother.
and especially the final, the main event, Nathan Stolen versus Carson Frey. That was a great. Actually, you hooked me up on a couple tickets. I was sitting next to Nathan Stolen's family, so it was pretty cool.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, I actually saw him over at Reese Andy's and um, over at West Coast Fight Team, and I was like, "Hey, man, they had me sitting next to your family," and he's like, "Oh, it's random, you know." But yeah, man, that was a great fight. A lot of really good fights in there, a lot of good finishes. I'm always excited to go watch, especially the pro-ams, because you get to see a lot of the up and coming amateur fighters that eventually, when they go pro, hopefully you see them on the same card, making that transition from one level to the next.
Definitely. Every one of these guys on this October 25th card, as amateur-wise, can be professional fighters. These fights are going to be so good. I mean, we got I don't know if you know who Trevor Prangley is, but we got Trevor Prangley's son, Sebastian Prangley. He's a state champion wrestler in Idaho, and he's actually fighting one of Anthony Hamilton's training partners, Keaton Albert, which is
lost you there a little bit, Eddie.
Yeah, lost Eddie.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I've actually fought a guy out of Trevor Prangley's, AKA, over in Idaho. It was like my second or third fight. So I know their game. They're a good team.
Yeah, they're tough out there, man. Trevor Pringley's, he's a veteran, been in a lot of high-level organizations, fought a lot of really high-level guys, tough guys. But yeah, he's legit, man. So I don't expect those guys to come out there not prepared. I think he's going to put together a good team, and obviously his son is, probably been training his whole entire life. So I'm sure that he's going to put on a good show for everyone.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And those, you know how wrestling can be. Those high motor guys, they do not stop. Real quick, it looks like we lost Eddie. Hopefully he chimes back in. He still has the invite. So hopefully he pops back up. But yeah, actually, if you got a second, man, I'd love to ask you about your time in the UFC and the comparison you have to UFC in its current state, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Well, I know that you had what, 10 plus fights in the UFC, and my thoughts are currently the UFC is like it's not quite the same as when I was first coming up and fighting. I really like the all out high motor stuff. There's not and just don't see as much of it. See a lot more strategic implementation. Just wanted to see what your thoughts are.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think, but I'm trying to understand how the game's evolved over the years. I think even in my generation, when I was there several years ago, there was a lot of folks that were still in this place of, hey, I'm a wrestler, or hey, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy that just happens to do boxing or kickboxing or can kind of mix it together with the other martial arts. I think now what you're seeing is a lot of folks that are very high level that can do everything. So, you got boxers that can wrestle, right? You got guys that can defend the takedown. You got jiu-jitsu guys who can kickbox, right? Like they're knocking people out, but they can submit you too. So I think that kind of plays into where the sport has gone. I think because the guys are just so good now, it makes it for a more strategic fight. It makes it for a less exciting fight if you're a fan that maybe doesn't know much about martial arts, like you're looking for the big knockouts or the big submissions. But what you're seeing is you're seeing two high-level guys that are super skilled, but they have to play the game where they're being more strategic and smart about how they operate. And so you don't necessarily see all these crazy finishes, maybe like you did before, or these just, high motor type fights. Every once in a while you do with some of the old veterans like Max Holloway or somebody like that. But for the most part, you see a more strategic fight because these guys are just so good now. They can do everything.
I definitely would agree with that. And I really like just kind of what you said is about all levels kind of coming together and being able to mesh well and do all the different things. It's no longer I specialize only in this. If you only specialize in one thing, you definitely have you're going to have a weakness, and it's probably going to get exploited at those high levels.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Like all these guys, you can maybe get away with being just a jiu-jitsu guy or just a wrestler, I think, at the lower levels. But once you get there, every single fight is going to be a tough fight. Every single guy that's there is there for a reason. It's because they were a champion and a dominant force wherever they came from. So you have to be able to do it all.
Yeah, that's well said. Eddie, you're back.
Dude, I was outside. It's like 90 degrees out there. My phone got too hot and shut off.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
well, no worries. We got your back.
Nice.
What about you? What do you think? You're a former professional fighter. What do you think about the current state of, well, not just the UFC, but the evolution that mixed martial arts has gone through to where you see a lot more of everything being done at a higher level. It's not necessarily so much everything being kind of doled down so you can blend it together. Everything's done at like an A class level instead of being dumbed down to a B class level. What are your thoughts?
The athletes are way more well-rounded. Yeah, I mean, like Anthony's saying, that one guy's not just good at one thing; they're good at everything now.
Yeah, it's mixed martial arts evolution. It's finally its own real thing. We can do it well.
Yeah, fastest growing sport. It's amazing.
I love it. I'm just so glad that I fell into it the way I did. Is very serendipitous, like how I met Brian Jones, who you know extremely well.
Right.
But yeah, man, the more and more I do these podcasts, the more and more I start to see a lot of similarities with in the coming up of a lot of people. You know, a lot of tough upbringings, or maybe like people being out of shape, or being made fun of, or whatever, and finally finding the sport, but not necessarily finding out that they're better at being aggressive, finding their home in finding themselves, and finding the confidence to do what they want.
Yes, I agree with you. I think all parents should, get their kids into sports. If it's not MMA, it's football or it's wrestling. They got to get them into something. They need a base in life. I mean, it teaches discipline, structure, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know if you're too familiar with like Anthony's son, probably one of the best prospects in the country for wrestling. Kid's amazing. So he wrestles all over the United States, wins all the time. Maybe Anthony can tell you something about that. But yeah, it definitely the right phase in life, and that kid will grow up and be very successful in life.
Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Yeah, my son Tank, we call him Tank, but his real name's Mercer. Mercer has been training since he was 5 years old, primarily in wrestling, but also a little bit of boxing, a little bit of kickboxing. But he's reached such a high level in wrestling now that he travels all over the country at least a few times a month. He's won 7 national titles. He's a pound-for-pound best wrestler in the entire country. He's only 11 years old, so he bounces up to like 14, 15-year-old age divisions, and he's able to win there. And so we've been blessed and pretty fortunate with just being part of that experience and that journey. So it's been pretty fun.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the nickname Tank, definitely, if he's your son, definitely.
It tells you a lot, don't it?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. He's a different cat. And it's good for somebody like me who's kind of like on the tail end of my career, where most fighters I think are just looking for an outlet or something. That's kind of my outlet, right? Like, and honestly, it keeps me going because I train with this guy. It's hard to train with this guy. Like we went on a hike the other day, and it was like I'm chasing this guy up the mountain. I can't even keep up with him. So it helps keep me young a little bit. But yeah, it's awesome, dude. Like being able to ride this guy's coattails for the next 10, 15, 20 years, that'll be great for an old guy like me.
I think that's awesome, man. And especially like having a dad like you that's basically seen it all, done it all, to have as not only like your training partner, but sort of a coach and definitely a mentor. And I always say everybody needs a mentor. I don't care who you are, how old you get. Sometimes you have to be your own mentor. But man, that's he's blessed as blessed as you are.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man, and he's my best friend too. Like we talk about fighting or wrestling or combat sports in general, like every single day. And so we're training together. I mean, he's getting more workouts a day than I am these days because I just got to be smart about it. But every day, man, we're getting after it. So it's been fun. Like I'm on a little weekend vacation right now, and he's like, "Dad, when are we gonna go hit this workout?" And I'm like, "Dude, like." Dad needs a little bit of downtime too. Like, can't just get after it every day, all day long. So, but yeah, it's fun, man, for sure.
Yep, that's I'm 40 now myself, so I definitely have to plan my workouts the same. It's not definitely just wake up to the alarm clock as a starter's pistol. I got to wake up and do a damage assessment now.
Zach,
Yeah,
don't
right.
let that dude fool you, Zach. That dude is in shape. He's an absolute monster still. He can be whatever he is for age. It's just a number with that guy. That guy's gonna go out there and put a show on.
Oh, I know it. Oh, I know it. I would hope to say that almost all of us have a little bit of that humility to be like, oh, I'm not there, but no, I definitely know what you mean. I'm looking forward to October 25th because it's going to be a hell of a show.
Heck yeah.
And, Eddie, though, so what else do you want us to talk about? Like, I know that Emerald Queen, man, that venue is sick. You looking forward to having another show? It's definitely different than the LNA, especially with that stadium style seating. Man, that was a great show last time.
Yeah, both casinos. I mean, I'm honored to be able to, match make these fights at these casinos. I mean, they're the two best casinos in Washington State, and yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. The production is crazy. I mean, they just put a promo out and they're putting it all over TV right now. So I mean, this event will sell out. It sold out last time, turned away over 200 people to buying tickets the day of the event.
Wow.
I'm not bragging or anything like that, but get your tickets now because you're the day of the event you're not going to be able to get in. There will be no tickets. I know that for a fact. And we're going to keep doing great things, and we're putting these events on in these casinos. And like the Emerald Queen, they're big fans of Anthony Hamilton. They requested to have that man on the card. You know what I mean? So it's like that shows me that people are watching these fights and liking what they see. Nathan Stolen, you were talking about the last fight. He won the title. He won the lightweight championship for the WFC, and he's going right back to work, and he's going to defend that title against the Pacific Northwest bad boy Patrick Benson. That's the main event that night, and I don't think it gets much better on a local scene than that fight right there.
I
For sure.
definitely agree.
For sure. Yeah, I think just for me, like I've been in the Northwest fight scene and on a high level for a long time. Like to see some of the things that Eddie's doing now, like to be able to bring this level of MMA to the Northwest, I think is outstanding, man. Like the fights that he's putting on, the casinos that he's going to, it's just amazing. I'm very fortunate to be a part of it, but just for all of those up and coming guys that are either getting into MMA now, whether you're an amateur or whether you're trying to get your pro career rolling, like to be a part of this type of event is just amazing. And being in that Emerald Queen Casino back in May, amazing venue. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And like I said, I fought all around the world, and that was a pretty nice situation. Great promotion. The way they put that thing together was just amazing, man. So I think the fans had a great time. I definitely agree with Eddie, man. This thing's going to be sold out before you know it. You don't even want to wait to maybe a week or two before the fight because I think tickets are going to be gone pretty quickly. So folks got to jump on that now if they want to come watch this thing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. So I'm gonna come watch. Hopefully, I can get some purchased the tickets a little closer this time because I had the nosebleed back against the wall, but it was still a great seat. There are no bad seats in the house. So anybody that hears this, even if you're a little late and you're worried about that, it's not going to be an issue.
Well, Zach, I don't know if people know, but Friday night at the weigh-ins at the Emerald Queen Casino, they do the weigh-ins and they have a nice stage with a huge background. And last time I got up there, and I probably didn't do so well at announcing all the fighters and everything, but it'd be an honor if you would do that for me that night, Friday night, and announce the weigh-ins.
What? Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm pumped for that. I'd love to get up there and do what I can, man. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'd love to get up there and do that.
Perfect. So Friday night there'll be live weigh-ins at the Emerald Queen Casino in their sports book. They put on a nice production in there for the weigh-ins. They come up on the stage, and Zach will be announcing the fighters and the weights, and I'm excited for that. That's cool, bro. I'm glad you're a part of it.
Man, thank you for everything, man. I'm looking forward to it too. We'll make sure we take advantage, get plenty of pictures, do a good time, maybe do another podcast if necessary.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Except we're not going to bring in the two fighters that are fighting each other because I think there's a Zach curse. We did a podcast the last time, and we brought in the co-main event, Hamilton, and the fight didn't happen the day of the weigh-ins. The girl backed out.
What?
Yes, bro. Professional fighters. The girls fought in LFA and Cage Fury. A lot of experience, and she came to the weigh-ins and said she was sick and left the building. I think it was because of Zach. I think Zach had something to do with it.
Well, that guy with the man bun is in the house.
So I lost my co-main event. That's why your opponent's not on here today, because I don't want anything jinxed. I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to get this guy a fight, but it's pretty difficult.
Well, there's always that fight jinx, some sort of fight. I take it on my shoulders. We'll do it a different format.
Take that one for the team, Zach. Take that one for the team.
Just that one.
But real quick, I want to say a couple other names. Marcus Vaughn and Keaton Albert, some of Anthony's training guys at his gym. Those two guys are fighting for titles. Actually, Marcus is the flyweight champion, amateur flyweight champion. He's defending his title that night against American top team fighter from Fabiano Shriner's Carlos Nunez. It's going to be awesome. I mean, that fight could be a professional fight. And then, like I said earlier, before I fell off the podcast, that Trevor Prangley's son, his name's Sebastian Prangley. He's a state wrestling champion in Idaho, and he's going to come from Idaho, and he's going to fight Keaton Albert. And Keaton Albert is ready to go pro as well. That's top-notch fight right there. One guy's 5-1, the other guy's 4-0. So they're fighting for the welterweight championship that was vacated by Kason Hammer because he went pro. So that's what I'm trying to do here. If you're fighting for a title for the WFC, your next fight probably, or maybe defend it one time, then you're going pro. Like Marcus Vaughn could go pro. That kid's like 7-2, and it's very hard to get him a fight as an amateur because of how good he is. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put the highest level guys on here, and I want these guys to come through the show and become professional fighters and, get paid.
Yeah, man. Well, you're definitely doing that. And all you have to do is keep doing what you're doing, and it's going to happen. These guys should be very, very happy to get on your show. Not only that, like Anthony said, like bringing a higher level class of MMA to the Pacific Northwest. There's more and more shows that are doing good stuff up here. And for some reason, all of a sudden, the Pacific Northwest is doing a whole lot more. It's just taking off. So we just got to keep our foot on the gas.
Right. Yeah, I think so. And, I live in California now, but I lived there for a while, and I know when I was fighting up there, and it's a pleasure to be able to meet guys like Hamilton and all these guys. Just it's good to know everybody, and and it's like if you put a good product out there, they're going to come to you. So I mean, the matchmaking has become way easier for me than I think that it's ever been because. I get a lot of messages and texts from all kinds of fighters up there. Some people that I don't even know, that I haven't even heard of. And, I look up and I'm like, oh, shit, this dude's tough. Let's get him on the card, So it's just finding the right matches that make the fights, bro.
And that's the key to a good matchmaker.
Yeah, I owe a lot to Matt McGovern too. Matt McGovern puts a lot into these. He's the main dude. He's the president of the WFC, but he lets me do what I want, and we get a good product.
Man, I love that. I love that. Well, all you have to do is keep doing it. WFC, and I see that they do them not just up here, but all over the nation.
Yeah, he's doing them all over the United States, and he's busy, but I'm focusing just on the Pacific Northwest. I love the A and I love Emerald Queen. I mean, those casinos. I mean, I fought back at the Emerald Queen before it was with us, for another promotion, and I know Hamilton has as well. He's one of the only two fighters in that promotion ever to go undefeated. I think he was 5-0, and Alfonso Gonzalez was 5-0. They're the only two ever fighters that go through that whole promotion and fight for that promotion undefeated. So for me to be able to come in there and Matt to come in there with the WFC and put on just as a good show, if maybe even better, I don't know, but I love it. It's awesome.
Well, you're definitely killing it. Well, real quick, do you guys want to keep chatting, or do you want to cut this off?
I know Anthony's on vacation, so let's end it if you want. If that's up, it's up to him, man. I know he's on vacation. He's hanging with his fam, and I'm glad that I could reach out to him today and get him on here, and good things.
Yeah. Yeah, no, jump on this. No problem. Yeah, looking forward to getting out there and knocking somebody out. Really appreciate you guys having me on this podcast today. Looking forward to big things, man, here in the next few months. Yeah.
And I'll have 2XL gloves for you, my brother. We had a little glove.
Yeah,
issue
no,
time,
we did.
hey,
That was easy, man. That was no problem.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Luckily, the fight didn't last that long, so I didn't have to worry about the hands for too much time.
There you go. I like that.
All right, boys. Hey, thanks for having me, y'all. Take care. God bless, and we'll see you guys here in a few months, huh?
For sure, brother. I'll see you. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
All right, talk soon. See y'all. Thank you. Yeah.
So, Eddie, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man.
Brother, he's a great dude, bro.
Yeah.
You still there, Zach?
It's glitching out. 1 second. I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me?
Okay, brother.
All right. Well,
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, man. So I just want to say thanks for having me on. Thanks for getting back on the show. Thanks for having me on for the weigh-ins, man. That's going to be a great time, and I'll be there at that fight. And I was glad that we were able to throw.
My pleasure, brother. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I was glad we were able to throw this podcast together because I was in the middle of work.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Working on.
Hey, let me give a shout out real.
Absolutely.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out. These guys are all sponsoring the Emerald Queen Casino, October 25th. Timeless K9, my buddy Jamal Johnson. He has a great business with dog training in Tacoma. If anybody needs any dog training, hit up Jamal with Timeless K9. And then Poised Properties, PME Hard Consultant, John. He's a great guy over there. They do a lot of stuff with the military. It's awesome what this guy does for people. Bud Light is huge. They will be at the weigh-ins, always giving out free merchandise. They'll be at the fights, obviously giving beer, selling beer to the fans. Bud Light's been a huge sponsor. And then Duke's Food Truck and Catering, my man Corey Cox over there, he's a great dude. He'll be sitting front row as usual at the fights. And yeah, he's a great sponsor. And then Stedman Properties, Michael Stedman, he's from Olympia. He does great things for the community. He's always at all the fights. Just a huge sponsor. He's been with me since day one of putting fights on, and I appreciate all those guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and having beer with everybody October 25th.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it too. And thanks again, for, like I said, for coming on. Maybe we get a chance to get one more before the show.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Thank you, brother.
Cool, man. Thanks again. You guys have a good day. I'll catch you guys later.